Welcome back. I'm Jill with the carefreekitchen.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite recipe for spinach and feta quiche. And this spinach and feta quiche is perfect for a weekend brunch, a holiday meal, or even a baby shower. Okay, so for the ingredients for this recipe, this is what you're going to need. Okay, first things first, I am actually just going to be using a pre-made pie crust, and then I have some onion and garlic. I'm going to saute that in a little bit of butter, and then I have just regular feta crumbles. I'm using some mozzarella cheese this time, but you can use like a white cheddar or some Gouda. I'm actually going to use a little bit of the smoked Gouda as well. I'm going to do half mozzarella, which is pretty mild, and then some of the smoked Gouda. And then I have some eggs here, and then salt and pepper. And then of course I have some spinach, and I will just be coarsely chopping that spinach, and it will go into this 9-inch pie plate here. Okay, to get started, I'm just going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out my pie crust. And sometimes I make my own pie crust and sometimes I don't. Today, I have one of these in my fridge and thought I'm just going to use that. So that's a way to make this definitely a lot easier, or a little bit quicker at least. Okay, so for this pie crust, I'm just going to put out a little bit of flour here. And then I'm going to roll this out. And if it has a few cracks in it, it's fine. We can repair those and use it just fine. This one's been sitting in my fridge for a little while, so we're just gonna roll with it, make it do. And if you start out with this being room temperature, it's gonna go a lot better. If you have any cracks or anything, you can just seal those together. There we go. Alright, and then what I like to do is just to roll it up onto my rolling pin and then put it over my pie plate. And then what I like to do is I like to just fold this edge under a little bit, kind of gently here, so that the folded edge is right along this lip. And if you've got a big chunk, it doesn't hurt to take some of that off. And then if you want, you can use a fork and just go all the way around the edges. But I just like to use my hand here and just kind of pinch it. And while I do that, I kind of push it up against the side of the baking dish. And it makes a really pretty edge. Okay, that looks perfect right there. Okay, and then for the filling, I'm actually going to chop up this small onion really quick. And I'm going to dice this pretty finely. Alright, and then I'm just going to add in a few tablespoons of butter and my onions here. And then I'll just saute these until they are golden brown, which will take probably about 5 minutes. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a couple big handfuls of this spinach here. So we want about 2 cups. And then I'm just going to coarsely chop this spinach. So the pieces are, I don't know, maybe about a 1/2 inch or so. And this will wilt inside of the quiche when it's being cooked, so even just pretty rough is great. Alright, and then we'll just go ahead and put this into my mixing bowl here. And into the mixing bowl, I'm also going to add 6 eggs. 2, 3, 4, Okay, and then I'm also going to add my feta cheese here. And I need about 4 ounces. So if you can just get approximately about a half cup, something like that ought to do. And then I'm going to add some mozzarella, and we want 4 ounces of cheese. I'm also going to use some of this Gouda cheese here, and so it's going to have just a little bit of smokiness to it. I'm actually going to take that rind off. Okay. All right, let's see how these onions are doing. They're not quite ready. They look soft and tender, but we want them to be a little bit brown on the edges. That's how you get that nice sweetness to your onions, is if you caramelize them. All right, and to finish this off, I'm gonna put about a half a teaspoon of salt in there and about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. All right. Just gonna mix all of the egg and the cheeses all together. This can also be made into some really cute little quiches that would be fun for a bridal shower or baby shower or whatever. It is just like super creamy and loaded with flavor and really fun to make too. All right, the onions are starting to get just a little bit of color on them now. And I'm gonna add my garlic. And we'll just saute this until the garlic is translucent and get just a little bit more color on those onions. All right. And we'll just add these onions to our egg mixture and stir that up. Okay, and now I'm just gonna add this to my pie crust. Smooth it out there. And now we're going to put it into a 350-degree oven for about 50 to 60 minutes. Okay, so I wanna come take a look at this quiche and look at it so far. It's really pretty. It looks like it's about done, and actually, if you just shake it a little bit, we don't want the inside to be runny, so that actually looks perfect. Okay, here is the quiche. All right, take a look at it. That crust there looks perfect. It's golden brown, and the top has just a little bit of golden brown on it, so it looks just perfect. I'm gonna let it cool here for about 5 minutes, and then we'll cut into it and see what it looks like. All right, here is our spinach and feta quiche. Look how incredible that looks. The spinach and feta quiche recipe has a buttery soft crust and creamy custard filling that pairs perfectly with the wilted spinach and tangy feta cheese. It's so simple to throw together and perfect for a baby shower, simple lunch, or a lazy Sunday morning brunch at home. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this episode at the Carefree Kitchen. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on social media, and I'll show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes your family will love. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.